so let me introduce to you who's in the room so that you know. First off, my name is Susan Minato. I am one of the co-presidents of Unite Here Local 11, and my co-presidents, where are they? Ada, come up, please. And Kurt Peterson. Ada is co-president. She's also the chair of the Democratic Party in Orange County, California. And Kurt Peterson has disappeared. Oh, you did. Okay. All right. And so we have members of Local 11 in the room. We represent about 32,000 hospitality workers in Southern California and Arizona. And there are a lot of students in the room, and we have SEIU 99 in the room. We have many clergy people and CLU people in the room. And we have SCLC, of course, you know, in the room. And so welcome to Los Angeles. And we have a special guest over here, Mr. Isaac Bryan. Raise your hand. Assemblyperson in California. Oh, there's Kurt Peterson. He was hiding, but here he is. Okay, so thank you again for being here. We are here because, number one, we respect you so much. Our local union, even though we're a local union, you know, here in this geography, we practice democracy every day. And we have been advised by the Reverend James Lawson for the last 30 years. And we practice, of course, nonviolent direct action. But we practice democracy every day. Electoral, which we can tell you about a little bit what we did in Georgia. And then also, we stand up for our rights. So you're gonna see some strikers in the room. They're trying to push their benefits and their wages up. So let me just say that, I'm gonna invite Aisha, come on up here. Thank you. And I wanna, yes, okay, there we go. Thank you. I just want to tell you that because we believe so deeply in democracy and we saw what was happening with your runoff race in 2021, we decided after doing the general election for the president in Arizona, where we hit 800,000 doors with 550 people. We flipped the state of Arizona by 11,000 votes. And then we looked around and we saw that the US Senate was in peril. And so we picked up those same 500 people and we went to Georgia and to work on your race. And we were primarily in DeKalb County. And then we hit 550,000 doors the first time. And then the second time we went again in November for the 22 race, and we hit 300,000 doors. So we really believe in you. And so I want to introduce Aisha, who came with us to Georgia.
Hello, everyone. Good day. We're so happy to see you. We're so happy to see you in California. My name is Aisha Kale. I work at Hollywood Park Casino. I'm now a proud member of the United Here Local 11. I get so inspired going to Georgia for two main reasons. One of the reasons was I've been doing campaigns here. I see that when I go to doors, I was able to inspire a lot of people by my side in order to get them to vote. So I was so happy and intrigued to go out there to campaign and canvass for you. We toured DeKalb County. Every doors that I knock, I was able to inspire a lot of women who are telling me that they never vote in their life. Getting them to go vote that day, having their sticker. Not only that, I'll let them go vote and give me their sticker to show that they really went to vote. I was happy about that, and I'm now working, helping workers for the same fights we've been doing to get good opportunity and good workplace, hospitality job. So we hope you're gonna work with us side by side in doing this campaign for this year that we're trying to give all of the United States workers equality and all for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha. And just a couple more people to tell you a little bit more about what we're doing to fight for democracy and for workers' rights. So I want to introduce Gary. He can't be grabbing that microphone. Gary Duplessis, he's our superstar in Flying Foods. We're on strike right now.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for being here. Right off the top, I wanted to tell you that we definitely wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Woo! And right off the top, I want to tell you we need your support. We desperately need your support. We're on our 6th day of strike at Flying Food Group. This company is ruthless. They go as far as locking us in to prevent us from protesting. I mean, they locked the doors. We had to call the fire department to come and unlock the doors so we can get out and do our protests. For fair wages, pension plan, they have violated several labor laws as far as depriving us of our living wage increase. And we are striking, and we're going to strike until we get what we want. This company refuses. Yeah, and we need guys, we need you to support us and to stick with us and help us to win this contract. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. And our last speaker, there'll just be a few minutes or less. Trayvon from Flying Foods.
Hi, my name is Trayvon from Flying Food Group. Okay, we on strike. 6 days we've been on strike. We just doing it for fair wages, unfair practical wages, benefits, pensions, and health care. Everybody I worked with is a majority family members and longtime friends from actually working in the company. We need your support. As much as people you can bring to support us to get through this fight. We've been delayed for proper contract twice. So we got this far. It took us a lot. It took us a lot of hard work to get this far, sacrifices, building relationship and friendships with other coworkers. For 2 months, it was enough fight for us to all come together. It wasn't easy, so we got this far, and to finish it, more support, it'd be fine. That'd be nice.
And now, who we've all been waiting for, the U.S. Senator Reverend Raphael Warnock. You're our hero.
Thank you so very much. Hello, everybody. Hello. Well, it's great to be here in Los Angeles, California, the city of angels.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to all of you. It's especially touching to be here in the month of April as I commemorate with members of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference.
All right.
Dr. King's ultimate sacrifice.
Yes, sir.
And the context in which that happened. Dr. King literally died fighting for the dignity of work and the dignity of workers. And so when people talk to me about the dignity of work and a work ethic, and there are those who like to moralize about that, and I believe in a fierce work ethic. But you can't talk about the dignity of work without affirming the dignity of workers.
That's right.
Woo! So Dr. King came to Memphis, as you know, and on April 4th, 1968, 55 years ago, laid it all on the line, standing up for workers. There was a local fight involved. And he got engaged in that fight because he understood that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Yes. That we are tied in a single garment of destiny, caught up in an inescapable network of mutuality. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. So I represent the people of the state of Georgia. I operate at the federal level. I don't know the nuances of this local fight. I'm interested, but I don't know. But here's your assurance from me. What I've been fighting for is the PRO Act. Your right to organize.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your right to fight. Your right to leverage your collective strength in order to get the benefits and the salary that you deserve. Because what we have seen over the last few decades is an assault on organized labor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And people want to be able to call the shots.
Yes.
And not have you be able to leverage your strength. And then they come up with all kinds of deceptive ways of describing what they're up to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm from a right to work state. Which simply means the right to get fired without an explanation. They come with all of these tricky ways of identifying something with a name that's the opposite of what they're actually doing. So I've always stood up with workers. I will always stand up for workers. My dad had a fierce work ethic. If you paid any attention to my campaign, you know he woke me up every morning. Say, get up, get dressed, put your shoes on, get ready. And he poured that into me. And I have taken that ethic with me. But here's what I know is that people don't mind working hard as long as they can participate in some of the prosperity that they're creating for others. You know, we don't need you to preach to us about work. Moralize about the ethics of work. And people who do that, usually rather than building things, they're busy playing with money. It's interesting that the people who make the most money in this country right now don't build a thing, they play with money. But we need workers, and we've got to stand up for workers. And so I'm glad we passed the bipartisan infrastructure bill. We need to get our people engaged in dreaming big again, building roads and bridges and infrastructure in our country. I'm glad we passed the CHIPS and Science bill so that rather than have huge parts of our supply chain in dangerous places all over the world, have chips created, and we used to create most of the chips here in the United States. And now part of the reason why you've seen these rising costs and inflation is because of challenges in our supply chain. And so the Science and Chips Act says, no, we ought to be using American workers all up and down the supply chain to build these chips right here. So we'll continue to do this work. Thank you so very much for your voice. Thank you for your vision. Thank you for standing up. During the course of the pandemic, we started hearing a phrase that I had not heard before, certainly not with the frequency with which we all of a sudden began to hear it, essential workers. It took a pandemic to show us what we should have recognized all along, that workers are the ones who keep the country moving. Workers are the ones who stand up for all of us. Well, if you are an essential worker, you ought to earn an essential wage. You ought to be paid essential benefits. And so this is the work that I will go back to Washington and continue to do on behalf of American workers. I won't rest until we pass the PRO Act. And we'll continue to fight. We'll continue to stand up on your behalf, because all of us, as Dr. King said all those years ago, are tied in a single garment of destiny. So God bless you. God bless each and every one of your families. Thank you so very much for coming to Georgia and texting into Georgia and sending postcards to Georgia. It takes a whole lot of hands to flip a state. Knocking on doors in Georgia. I won't forget. And I'm glad that we were able, through legislation, to save the pension that thousands of workers all over the country were about to lose. Had we not won the majority, it would not have happened. And so it matters, and I know you know that. That's why you came. Because you know it matters who's in charge in the Senate. So thank you very much. I'm deeply honored. God bless you. Keep the faith.